Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of my Extinction playthrough on official PvP servers. If you don't know, obviously I'm playing on PC and I'm playing on the Conquest cluster. Now our tribe is kind of decent sized, although we are kind of small compared to some of the other tribes on here, but we've got some things going on. I thought you guys might want to see some progress, and today I've just got to do a lot of building, a lot of base maintenance, and I might get up to some more crazy things a little bit later on, but for now I need to start working on the base. I actually wanted to work on that base up there, as you can see. I really wanted to make an area up there away from this freaking ding noise, which is that thing's going off. You're wondering what the ding noise is, guys. So I wanted to work on that base over there, and obviously the metal on Extinction is kind of rough, so I've been spending like the last day or so just grinding that out, but I haven't recorded any, so I thought it's about time I recorded some of the progression, and I'll show you how I've designed that base actually, because it's been my own little project to try and get myself better at making bases. A little update on our tames. Now this is an interesting thing. You might notice here a level 378 wolf. Apparently at the moment you can tame the wolves that are in the snow cave, and they are up to level 300. So as you can see here, we've got some ridiculous level wolves. Not sure if that's going to get nerfed or whatever. We've got a brand new Rex, which is looking sick. I think Get Jacked actually tamed this, but I think it's got GT in its name. I'm going to do a meat run with that in a minute. I've got my snow owls lined up here. I like to have them lined up to see whenever they drop pellets. And I've got my gacha here producing flint, because we don't have a grinder, so one of the quickest ways for me to get flint at the moment is actually to just let the gachas do it for me. Got some cool magnamars, although in all honesty I don't even know how you say the name of what these things are. Managamas, I guess. Oh, we've got some meat in these as well. So I actually need to feed the fill the troughs. Going to do that as well. And we've actually got our best crafter here. This one is our best gacha by far. So when I get a good collection of owl pellets, I tend to put them in this one, and he normally gives us some quite nice stuff indeed. So let me just fly up there and show you how my little base is up there. So if you watch my top 5, or not really top 5, it was just a best base locations on Extinction video, you have seen that this is one of the ones I chose, so I thought I'd try and recreate that on official and see what I can do. Now this is very annoying and slow to do, because there is such little metal on Extinction, and this area is okay for metal, but it's not great. But pulling off something like this is taking a while. Normally you could just whip this up in a day, but it's taken me a while. So let me show you how I've gone about doing this and why I've decided to do what I've done. I decided to put it not quite on the edge, because I thought if I leave a little bit of room here for Velonosaurs, that's going to help. Or Velnosaurs? Are they Velonosaurs or Velnosaurs? I'm not actually sure. But I wanted a little bit of room here for them, and maybe some Plant X. So I took it a little bit away from the edge here. I also lowered the foundations, not only because, well, it's cool, but also because I wanted to put the generator on a lower than normal foundation. And you're going to see here, which is going to mean all of the cabling here is hidden away. So if I go in through here, the generator is actually here, and that is on a lowered foundation. You can't see here because I think I actually replaced it afterwards, but basically the cabling is all in the floor, which is something I've not really done before. But not only is the cabling in the floor, you'll notice there's no cabling anywhere, and that's because it's inside of these pillars, and you can see the box right there actually. So it's quite hard to do this if you do this all on one wiring system, but basically I just tried to line it up as perfectly as I could using a ladder to steady myself, and I've managed to get the cabling in here. The output boxes are pretty much in there, but it's as good as I could have done. Now what I've done here, this level is like an extra level. I didn't have to do this, but if you can see from the outside, doing this makes filling up your turrets super easy. Obviously it's not essential, you can fill up your turrets without doing it this way, but I really like doing this because, as you can see, every single hatch frame bit has a door on, which makes it really nice and easy if you just jump up here to go and fill the turrets up whenever you need to. So that's just something I like to do. Also, it gives you a little extra room. You can't really put much in here, but it's a little extra room for whatever you want to put in if you feel like doing that. So then after that, we've got the bird storage, which is just here, obviously. There's enough room to have pteranodons and argies and whatever. I was thinking about making a giant hatch frame on the top so we could put a Quetzal in here, but in all honesty, with the with the cryopod thing, I don't think that's going to be necessary. So as you can see here, all the cabling in the pillars as well. I don't think I'll put walls around these ones like I have done in the bottom or on the ground level. As you can see here, I've actually put walls around these to make them a bit more secure. So if they break in here, obviously they've got two options. They'll either have to break into the generator or they'll have to blow these walls. They can't just break in and then run in and turn the Jenny off. So if I also put a couple of turrets down in here, not that there's much space really, it's going to be annoying for them if they break in. If it's some like solo people who are just chancing, obviously if it's a big tribe attack, they'll just smash it, no problem. But you never know. Sometimes little sneaky guys manage to get in. So up the top here, obviously we're still working on this, or I'm still working on this. We've got the giant hatch frames. They're going to be in the same position as before. And I think I'm going to do another like door layer as I've done below. And we'll just have a layer for storage. And then I'll do another 2 high and then some more hatch frames on top. So this is going to be 3 higher than it is now. More hatch frames on top. And I think that will be absolutely fine. Then the top layer, we can have vault storage. We can have fridge storage. And what's also quite cool about the way I've built this, if I can drop down here without taking too much damage, hopefully, is that when we get a tech generator, it would go quite nicely like in here, for instance. Or, I mean, we could obviously block this off and it could go nicely in here. And then that would be an annoying place to get to. People might be a little bit confused as to where exactly it is, and it would power everything quite nicely. And I don't think that's too far away, in all honesty, because tech is, or element even, is so easy on this map to get. But yeah, there's the base. Obviously, I've just told you my plans to get it done, but we've got a long way to go. If we go over to this crafting station here, for now, this is just going to be my little outpost that I can kind of live from. I mean, obviously, anyone is free to live there, but we've also got this situation going on here. So I'm not sure if everyone will want to come move with me, or, you know, they'll want to keep doing it out here. But either way, I don't really mind. But this is basically this amount of metal here. I mean, I have used a fair bit, but this is almost all the metal I can get in one run around here. So as you can tell, not ideal at all. So the rest of the footage from this video is actually going to be from my live stream, because I decided to turn on my live stream just so I could grind out while chilling and relaxing and talking to you guys live. Now, unfortunately, the first half of my live stream didn't save because I got a blue screen while I was live streaming. So that deleted that footage. Obviously, you might be able to go back on Twitch and watch some of it, but I didn't have it recorded properly to put into a video. So you're going to see a bit of a transition here from what I just showed you to where we are now, but it's pretty obvious the way I've built the rest of it. So what we've got here is just me explaining a little bit of the progression, my plans for the tower, as well as a little bit of a building montage. Alright. So now, I mean, what is that? 8 giant hatch frames per level, 4 levels of turrets. So 8 times 4, 32 giant hatch frames. If we go for 3 on each. So, yeah, oh damn, that's like 96 turrets. That'll be near the 100 limit, actually. That's maybe too many. We don't have to put 3 on all of them. We can put 2 on the ones on the sides. So I could put like 2 on these middle ones. Oh my god, look how like weirdly placed that is. That's how different the placement can be. Oh god, that's going to drive me absolutely nuts. No one look at that. It looks horrible. These ones are kind of bad as well, but whatever. You get the general idea. Isn't that weird how they can place that differently? So if I put 2 on the side ones and 3 on the corner ones, how many turrets is that going to be? So it's going to be 3 times 4, and then 2 times 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 2, 8. 12 is 8, 20. 20 pair, 20, 40, 60, 80. So that would be 80 turrets on here. If we put 1 on each of the side ones and 3 on each of the corner ones, that's going to be 80 turrets. And that would be nice, because then that will give us enough room to put more on giant hatch frames up here and a couple down here. It might get a bit tricky though, I'm not going to lie. I mean, really, if we want, we could get rid of these giant hatch frames and just have turrets on the higher ones. We'll see.
Perfect.
Gonna do some cliff platforms. So what I'm thinking, right, is we put one cliff platform right here, right on the top. Good turret tower. A good proper one. And then we have some off the side like here. Maybe one there. Maybe one like here, hanging off, and you have turrets below and above it. And it also give a little bit of extra protection to the base.
Perfect. Perfect.
Damn. So there we go. The Tower of Power. It lives. It was a long old grind. And it took a long time considering we could not get much metal on each individual metal run. But we're getting there. Tomorrow I'll be able to focus on heavy turrets, ammo, and actually getting all the stuff in here to make it livable. But I'm pretty proud of it so far.